Thanks for making the time to take the What's Your Number One Hidden Stressor quiz. Your quiz results report is being created as we speak and should be hitting your email inbox in about 45 minutes from now. In the meantime, let's talk about your results. Hi, I'm Denise Garrett, personal development coach, former firefighter and therapist, and creator of this assessment. Based on the information you've shared and the little I know about you and your situation, your number one hidden stressor type is what's known as the PPFD type, or the permanent possibility for frustration and disappointment type. What that means is, at an unconscious level, your expectations and intentions are such that you often walk around feeling an underlying sense of frustration and or disappointment. In other words, you often walk around feeling upset because things are not going the way you want them to go or did not go the way you wanted them to go. You will likely benefit from teasing out the interplay of how your upsets impact your stress. Untangling yourself from the negative impacts upsets have on your sense of frustration and disappointment can be both incredibly effective and rewarding. That said, this approach is not without risk. In fact, one of the biggest mistakes people make when it comes to the PPFD type is ignoring or minimizing the impact upsets have on their stress. That's because upsets get a lot of attention. People feel sorry for you because you're upset. People may also avoid you when you're upset, which suits you fine sometimes because you wanted to be left alone anyway. Upsets also keep you tucked inside your comfort zone as you get to avoid taking action to address your upset, which often involves confrontation. You also get to be right about whatever you're upset about. Being right feels good. Plus, being upset justifies behavior such as sulking, withdrawing, and other angry displays. But this does not diminish the negative impact upsets are having on your stress. Let me explain. You see, left unchecked, being upset causes you to feel an enormous sense of pressure. Pressure to get things done right. Pressure to plan ahead so everything goes perfectly. Because of this, you hardly ever feel able to relax. You may also tend to be overly cautious, plagued by excessive worry. You probably feel like you have to be a superwoman or superman in order to please everyone, including yourself. You may struggle with perfectionism, creating impossibly high standards for anyone to meet. Upsets keep you trapped in the comparison game, in which you constantly compare yourself to others and may feel like you have to keep up with the Joneses in order to feel good about yourself. You may also tend to take on responsibility for other people's stuff, their pain, their upsets, their worries, their suffering, and attempt to help them to the detriment of yourself. In an attempt to avoid confrontation, you probably withhold information from people who upset you. Keeping everything bottled up tightly inside increases your stress as your sense of frustration intensifies. Thankfully, there are some practical and achievable steps you can take to avoid those negative outcomes and reduce your stress. Here's what you can do almost immediately to start reducing the negative impacts associated with the permanent possibility for frustration and disappointment type. It all begins with having a mindfulness-based stress relief plan that addresses these three key areas: triggers, the sneak attack, and the killjoy setup. Using your mindfulness-based stress relief plan, you can significantly reduce your stress by rapidly identifying the specific cause of your stress so you can respond differently, by minimizing unconscious stressors, and by discovering a hidden pattern that keeps you stressed out and how to break free from it. Now, you might be wondering, how do you incorporate all three of these key areas into your stress relief program? And how can you do it without spending a ton of money and wasting your time on another stress relief product and does not give you the lasting results you want and deserve? Well, this is what I do all day, every day. I help people create that mindfulness-based stress relief plan that addresses stress at the root cause level. And I just happen to be hosting a training on this very topic later this week. And because you've taken the time to take this assessment and tell me a little about you and your situation, I'd love to invite you to this training call for free. On this training call, we're going to be covering how to create a mindfulness-based stress relief plan for your specific hidden stressor type. Now, the only catch is, because this is a live session that I'm hosting, you must register for this training in advance. And to get access to this session for free, you must go ahead and do this right now while you're on this page and before that countdown timer on the top of the screen goes to 0. So go ahead and do this right now while you're on this page and you're thinking about it. Simply click the button below, and when you get to the next page, register for this training to access it for free. Go ahead and do that now, and I'll see you on the training call.